Denis Diderot, a French philosopher, chief editor of the Encyclopedia, and one of the principal literary monument leaders of the Age of Enlightenment. Denis Diderot was born October 5, 1713, in France to a family of cutlers. As a child, he was taught by Jesuit teachers who considered him to be brilliant and wanted him to enter into the clergy. After attending 2 different colleges in 1732, he earned a Master of Arts degree in philosophy. He soon after left his career as a clergyman to pursue law. This was short-lived, though. In 1734, he decided to become a writer. He left his family and lived a bohemian lifestyle for the following 10 years. He translated English works and tutored kids of wealthy families in order to gain money. In 1743, he married Antoinette Champion. January 21st, 1746, André Francois Lee Breton and his partners were given permission to write a 10-volume encyclopedia. With the guidance of mathematician Jean d'Alembert and consent of Chancellor d'Aguesseau, Diderot spent more than 26 years of his life editing and publishing the encyclopedia, which gave him knowledge about technology, crafts, the fine arts, and many other things. It was a great outlet for his curiosity and creativity. There was a temporary hold-up for publication due to Jesuits and other Orthodox critics. Diderot and L. Breton continued writing and publishing secretly until 1765. In 1772, the work was completed and published into 17 volumes. His book, Philosophical Thoughts, published in 1746, concerned itself with the question of the relationship between nature and religion. In 1749, he was imprisoned for 3 months due to his opinions discussed in the book. In his later writings, we see him turn from theism to atheism. His approach to nature and philosophy was one of mystical naturalism. He was a pre-19th century leader in the movement away from mathematics and physics. In his semi-retirement, he wrote but rarely published any of his works. He sold his library to Empress Catherine of Russia, who allowed him to keep it while he was still alive, and she paid him as a librarian. On July 30th, 1784, Diderot died in the home of his daughter, only 5 months after the death of his mistress, Sophie Voland.
His idea was to bring together the finest minds of the day and produce a series of books that would include not only philosophy and ideas, but also craft and trade skills, explained in every detail. Until then, useful knowledge like this hadn't been thought worth recording. But Diderot and his colleagues sought out the ordinary people, to whom nobody had previously listened.
Die Behandlung der handwerklichen Tätigkeiten selbst war ein Programm der Enzyklopädie. Es hat die Handwerke sehr aufgewertet in einer Zeit, in der eigentlich nur Aristokraten einen Wert hatten. Und das kommt natürlich auch daher, Diderot kam aus Langres, also eigentlich aus der Provinz, aus der Champagne. Und da war sein Vater ein Messerschmied, der hat Klingen geschmiedet und war sehr gut in seinem Beruf, wollte eigentlich auch, dass sein Sohn ihm nachfolgt. Aber er hat es eine Woche lang probiert und er hat es wirklich nicht gewollt und er hat es wirklich nicht gekonnt. Aber er war stolz auf seinen Vater. Er war stolz auf das Handwerk, er war stolz darauf, dass jemand etwas mit seinen Händen produzierte. Und das ist natürlich auch genau das Gegenteil von den Priestern und Aristokraten, die Frankreich tatsächlich beherrschten.
And even the Encyclopédie was banned for a number of years. But Diderot said, a book banned is a book read.
Diderot realized that the controversy was helping to publicize the Encyclopédie. And despite the risks, its success started a huge boom in publishing at the time. The excitement of access to ideas, to information, to the wider world consumed society at all levels, as even ordinary people learned to read. Diderot's great dream of giving all knowledge to the world was becoming reality.